And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
You think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
You guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk about basketball. Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin, in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second?
What if we told you that Caitlin Clark might potentially quit the WNBA after just one season? Yes. After packing, take a final 3 shots, then dive in. Caitlin has had enough of blind referees behaving like they're trying out for a circus and Marina Mewbury calling fouls like dodgeballs. Is this a reality show gone wild or the League of Dreams? If this story is accurate, the WNBA will lose its biggest star more quickly than a referee misses a foul. So grab some popcorn.
WNBA record. This is her 2nd season. And you put the numbers together, it's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had 1 a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be doing woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at her. At the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work.
It's official. Fans are tired of seeing Caitlin Clark serve as a sacrificial lamb for a league that is unsure of whether it wants to expand or maintain its current status. She is the main character in a drama that, for the 2nd consecutive season, nonetheless still wants her to pass the ball, smile for the camera, sell tickets, take hits, and then thank her detractors. Fans are now enraged rather than merely irritated. The internet campaign to defend Caitlin has evolved into a full-fledged emotional custody struggle between her supporters and a league that continues to abuse her like a chew toy.
This is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great, and Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10, no.
Let's begin with the obvious. Outside of Tuesday night Twitter disputes and high school gym relics, Caitlin Clark is the reason the WNBA is discussed at all. Sales of jerseys are skyrocketing, and ratings are rising. In cities that were unaware they had a team, arena seats sold out. She is this league's walking, talking logo and three-point shooting savior. What is the league's reaction? With more elbows than a WWE Royal Rumble, cold shoulders from colleagues, and dubious ref calls.
Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a complete different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Yeah.
Do you recall when it was reported that she was accepted into the league just like any other rookie? Yes. When you say welcomed, you mean being mugged at mid-court while the officials whistle Dixie and turn a blind eye as if they had just dropped their glasses in a Looney Tunes cartoon. A welcome party is not necessary for Caitlin. She requires a chiropractor and a security detail. Then there's Marina Mewbury, who chose to provide a late-game shove as if she were vying for a linebacker spot. The NBA most likely sent her a contract out of confusion because the foul was so violent. However, as being hit is now merely a part of Caitlin's pre-game warm-up, she naturally jumps up as if nothing had happened. Stretch, fire, avoid a flying elbow, rinse, and do it again. The fact that Caitlin is branded entitled whenever she even breaths too forcefully in close proximity to a veteran is completely absurd. It's part of the game when she commits a harsh foul. They accuse her of being aloof when she doesn't take it personally. Even if she saved a puppy during halftime, she would still receive criticism for failing to transfer the ball to a teammate. In the meantime, the league is receiving digital CPR from the fan base. Fans hit replay, break it down frame by frame like it's the Zapruder movie, and scream into thin air whenever someone clocks Caitlyn like it's amateur night at Fight Club. How come that isn't a flagrant rant?
Well, I will say this. When Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down that she significantly increases viewership with
They try so hard to compare her to Caitlin Clark. They try.
The league is more vocal about the dress code than player safety, but the referees remain silent. The biosphere as a whole seems to have gone insane. Fans are now questioning more than just whether Caitlin Clark should remain. They are pleading with her to go. Imagine her landing a shoe deal, going into the broadcast booth, or even bringing her skills to Europe, where basketball is just basketball and not a high-stakes contest to see how much mistreatment a woman can take before she loses it abroad. Instead of traveling elbows, she would be compensated, protected, and most likely met with roses at the airport. Let's be honest, the WNBA is feeding Caitlin Clark the same garbage every week and operating a content farm for her. Bad calls, needless drama, and zero support. Fans witness it. It is seen by the media. Love or hate, she's the center of attention. So even those who act as though they don't like her surreptitiously check the calendar to see when she's performing. However, nobody wants to see the protagonist get undermined in each episode. In just 2 seasons, she has contributed more to the league than other teams have in 20 years. She is treated like a guest at her own celebration, despite everything. Even the promotions are weird. Watch Caitlin Clark and the others. The rest of the league is like a bewildered child of destiny, and she is like Beyoncé. Just facts, no shade.
Fever and sun hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlin Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You've just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlin Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA.
Not to mention the ongoing gaslighting. It's not too horrible. She's exaggerating. She must earn her stripes. Really? She has earned more stripes than a zebra in a barcode factory, according to our most recent check. Every game, she averages 25 points, 8 assists, and 12 microaggressions. Grinning while doing it. Is there anything else she needs to do? Elevate? Fans are not foolish. The double standard is evident to them. They witness the league's willingness to go above and beyond for certain players while blatantly ignoring others. They witness the locker room politics, the forced narratives, and the passive-aggressive interviews. They're also worn out. They have had enough of Caitlin battling for space on a team that she assembled. They're sick of seeing her ignored in all-star voting, as if it were a popularity contest in middle school. They've had enough of acting like everything is fine. It won't be because she couldn't succeed if she departs after the season. It will be because she is intelligent enough to recognize when someone is playing her. Leaving could be the most powerful action of the century, let's face it. All of a sudden, the league that was obsessed with her would have to deal with a very quiet reality. There won't be any more sold-out venues, record-breaking streams, or casual followers watching to see what she does next.
of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said one player gets injured and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears. Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
After that, what happens? They paint encouraging words on the court, offer 2-for-1 ticket bargains, bring back promotional bobbleheads, and hope people forget. They won't, spoiler alert. The WNBA becomes a trivia topic once more as soon as Caitlin Clark leaves. Hey, do you recall the league that briefly had that superstar? What had become of them? Don't even begin with the "she should stay and tough it out" crowd. She has persevered in the face of criticism from the media, attacks on the court, oatmeal for eyes officials, and players who are more concerned with playing defense than winning games. Toughness isn't always the solution. Respect for oneself is. Additionally, while we're at it, how is the league failing to take advantage of this opportunity? A once-in-a-generation star is Caitlin Clark. Despite being treated like a human piñata, she is nonetheless relatable, marketable, and modest. In 2003, you would think they would be setting up red carpets, endorsing her, and creating advertising campaigns that don't appear to have been photoshopped. But no, just more hits, more darkness, and more lost chances. The fans are fed up. They're not merely observing the games. They are keeping an eye on her. Like unpaid interns in the Caitlin Clark PR department, they are releasing videos, criticizing the league, and demanding justice. And if, following this, she chooses to relax season, she won't travel alone herself. Millions of devoted spectators will accompany her. The type that purchases tickets, streams games, wears merchandise, and shamelessly yells every time she touches the ball.
I am sick and tired of the way they are treating my girl, Caitlin Clark. I am here to propose a solution. I think they need an enforcer. You know, someone who comes off the bench to kind of lay the smackdown on an opposing team member. I want to get the word out to the Indiana Fever that I am available. I'm ready to identify as whatever I need to in order to get the job. They need someone like me. Why? Because I'm not afraid of any 6-foot-tall lesbian. I work out. Now, I have a couple of real good go-to moves in my bag of tricks.
The WNBA needs to start acting like they want to keep her because, at the moment, it's creating an ungrateful roommate vibe. Fans are prepared to transport her to the airport, pack her bags, and applaud her as she boards a plane to travel to a place that truly honors brilliance. Caitlin Clark was the star of a league that was desperate for attention. Don't be surprised if she decides she's had enough if all she receives in return is chaos and crumbs. And just when you thought it couldn't be any more ridiculous, the cherry on top of this scorching disaster appears. The ESPN analysis. He is going out of his way to explain why Caitlin Clark is being shoved as if she owed him. In some way, Marina Maberry is to blame for the lunch money. Really, yes. Because it seems that talking trash in a professional sports league is now punishable by being thrown across the court like a gym towel. Ignore the shove itself. Ignore the fact that Caitlin did not take revenge, didn't use force, didn't even recoil. Like the queen of poise that she is, she simply walked it off, kept her focus on the game, and was devoted to basketball because she once grinned after hitting a long three. ESPN commentators are out here wearing their detective caps and pretending to have figured out the Da Vinci Code. She was the one who caused it. Hay claimed that she requested to have her body rammed between items.
Lexi Hall now gets in. Sheldon's face. Caitlin Clark hits the deck. Sheldon and Cunningham are getting
Crazy notion. Perhaps, just possibly, using foul language is a component of the game. It's not Sunday brunch, it's sports. You're not competing if you're not chirping. It was Michael Jordan. It was Kobe's life. Psychological warfare was essentially conceived by Larry Bird. Oh no, Caitlin Clark. Players are suddenly invited to give up basketball and start channeling their inner MMA fighters when she speaks trash. Even rival players have voiced their opinions, essentially saying, yeah, that shove was out of pocket. Some of them would love nothing more than to shut her down on the court. These aren't her teammates. They're not fans. These are rivals, some of whom have faced her head-to-head and are still able to distinguish between straightforward thuggery and hard-nosed basketball. Nevertheless, compared to half of the analysts who are paid to act as though they have ever touched a basketball, they are more sensible. To be honest, you would have seen it on every sports program, every news source, and most likely a dramatic recreation on Lifetime if Caitlin Clark had ever considered replying with a shove of her own. Finally, the out-of-control novice loses it. No, though, she kept it tidy. She maintained her elegance. She made no attempt to personalize it. She was not seduced by the bait. They continue to accuse her of being shoved. It's like to accusing a financial driver of hitting your mailbox. It was, in fact, standing on the curb with a bit too much assurance.
Caitlin Clark has decided to quit the WNBA and move on and go play over in Europe. I do not blame her. I applaud it. I say do it. Get as far away from the WNBA as you can. Let that league sink. Okay? Do not help them, Caitlin. Get away. I believe you could create your own league. Okay? You could be the fucking player that creates whatever, the next professional women's basketball league. Let this one just go and let Caitlin try to build the next WNBA.
Olympic gold could be won by the mental gymnastics being performed here. She exudes too much confidence. She is said to play with attitude. Yes. Every elite athlete in history does the same. They are exceptional because of this. However, Caitlin's self-assurance is in some ways provocative. That's problematic because she's expected to take hits, accept responsibility, and make a vow of silence, ideally all at once, under some bizarre, perverted version of the WNBA regulations. The way the blame keeps shifting to her is almost impressivites, as if an unseen committee waits to redefine reality. A full-body shove is delivered by Marina Mabring. Despite being the antagonist, Caitlin maintains her composure. What comes next? A person elbows her in the face, and did Caitlin lean into it? Is the title of an ESPN segment. You can almost hear them speculating about their next big idea. Did she have an adversarial posture? Did her shoelaces convey the incorrect message? Mabry is receiving greater protection than a Fabra egg while this is going on. People are going to great lengths to justify her behavior, treating her more like a misinterpreted street poet than a mature adult who just decked a fellow player. The analysts aren't the only ones that it's all about the subtle tone. The lukewarm analysis that looks more like a PR statement written by someone who once yelled after glancing at a basketball, and the passive-aggressive headlines.
To self-imploding than the WNBA.
That's...
The WNBA was like handed the golden egg that is Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And they have done everything to just self-destruct.
Yeah.
Whether it's these totally crazy like racial investigations that have been proven a hoax.
You know what's actually making supporters furious? The reason is that Caitlin Clark hasn't even requested preferential treatment. She did not embark on a press trip. She didn't yell obscenities. She didn't even make disparaging remarks. She simply plays hit after hit, game after game. While everyone else attempts to turn the story into a soap opera with the villain being the woman who averages 25 points per game and keeps the league afloat, you continue to show up like the perfect professional. This is a straightforward truth. Caitlin Clark would have been expelled, suspended, and paraded through a media circus as the league's fault if she had thrown the shove. However, given that even if she didn't respond, she is still portrayed as the issue. Given that she was being physically assaulted at midcourt, how dare she not smile? More fans are not stupid. They observe this. They witness the disparate standards piling up like bricks on a shoddy reality show set. Caitlyn is subject to a different set of rules than everyone else. One for the celebrity, who somehow isn't worth defending despite bringing in the money, the views, and the ratings. She continues to play. Nevertheless, he continues to appear. It is plenty to cause your brain to short-circuit and your blood to boil. The league possesses 8 has generational talent on its hands. Someone who attracts attention, sells jerseys, and motivates the next generation of athletes. Additionally, they are using her as a punching bag.
Caitlin Clark did her thing. Coming off of the injury, she returned for the Fever, and I swear I am not being hyperbolic. We were immediately gifted one of the greatest halves we have ever seen in the WNBA, and I say that with all context involved. This series from Caitlin Clark, the pull-up 3 here, and you are about to see back-to-back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark in this game. I am not trying to erase the things we have seen from Maya Moore, from Diana Taurasi, Asia Wilson's 53-point game, Stewie, Cynthia Cooper. Like, we have seen incredible halves of basketball, but you see Caitlin Clark coming off of that made 3 from the Liberty. Pull up, of course. She's making it in that moment.
Additionally, they attempt to portray her as the problem even when she handles it gracefully and doesn't flinch. They now accuse her of causing global warming in order to gain 10 seconds of airtime. Therefore, it's true that supporters don't want her to succeed when they say they want her to quit the WNBA. They want her to live. That's why. They want her to live in a place where she can flourish without being used as a scapegoat for the fears of others. Somewhere that doesn't try to turn every response into a morality play about knowing your place and instead appreciates what she contributes. Because this is the actual situation. The issue isn't Caitlin Clark. She is merely a reflection. And it's obvious that some people can't deal with what they